Welcome to the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. Here, we share stories that touch our hearts, challenging our thinking, and open our eyes to see the world differently. From personal journeys to powerful conversations, this is a space for truth, empathy, and reflection. Because every story matters, and every human experience has the power to change us. Your host, Victor Okoruwa. Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Human Experience Podcast. My name is Victor Okoruwa. I am your host. And this is a space where we talk about real life, real people, real emotions, real struggle, and the uncomfortable questions many people are already asking quietly. Today's question is one of those, a difficult one, a controversial one, but a necessary one. Is democracy really working for ordinary people, or has it become a promise that sounds beautiful but feels empty in everyday life? 27 years ago, Nigeria returned to democracy. People were hopeful. We are told democracy would bring progress, better roads, stable electricity, better school, jobs, security, opportunity, a better future. People believed, people waited, and people voted. And now here we are, and many other Nigerians are asking, how is that working out for us? Because for many people, it still feels like same fuel queue, same insecurity, same frustration, same suffering, different leaders anyway, same problems. And that's what we are talking about today. Every election season, we hear the word, your vote matters, change is coming. This time will be different. People queue long hours. People travel to vote. Young people mobilize online. Hashtag trends, hopes rises. People protect ballot boxes. People believe they are shaping the future. Then the election ends. The winner is announced. Celebrations began. Speeches are made. Promises are repeated. And then months pass. Life continues. And many people ask, what actually changed for me? Food is still expensive, rent keeps rising, fuel increases, transportation increases, job remains scarce, business struggle, families are stressed, young people are tired. And so the uncomfortable question becomes, if voting changed everything, why does life still feel the same after for so many years, for so many people? Sometimes it feels like democracy has become a performance. Let me explain. It's like a beauty contest. A small group chooses the winner. The audience watches, claps, they cheer, but they don't really decide. The judges, godfathers, party cabals, political financiers, power brokers behind the scene, and the audience, us, the citizens, we vote, but many feel the outcome has already been shaped long before the election day. Some powerful interests, some familiar network, different party colors, different campaign slogans, same system. And many people are left wondering, are we truly choosing leaders or simply choosing from options already chosen for us? Does the ordinary citizen really have power? Democracy is supposed to mean power belongs to the people. That's the idea. The people choose, the leaders serve. Government reflect the will of the citizen. Beautiful idea, powerful idea. But many ordinary people don't feel powerful. They feel unheard, ignored, forgotten after elections, visible during campaign, visible, invisible afterward. And maybe that's where the pain comes from. Because democracy does not only promise voting, it promises voice, participation, representation, accountability. And when people don't feel those things, frustration grows. Because real power is not just placing a thumbprint on election day. Real power is being had after election day. Real power is leaders responding to citizens between election, not only during election. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a politician truly afraid of voters? Not afraid of their opponents, not afraid of losing party support, not afraid of losing access to money, afraid of disappointing ordinary citizens, afraid of breaking promise to the people. Because if politicians truly fear voters, what will democracy look like? You will see town halls happening regularly. You will see leaders responding faster to local problems. You did see resignation when promises fail. You did see accountability in real time. But many people feel they don't see enough of that. And that's why some say democracy feels less power and more like performance. What ordinary people are saying, we ask one simple question: does your vote translate into a better life? And the response were powerful. One person said, I have voted in multiple elections. My road is still bad. My children's school is still struggling. My vote feel like a receipt for nothing. And another said, the problem is not democracy. He said, the problem is that we don't have real democracy. We have leaders announced to us, not leaders we truly chose. And another said something painful. Democracy gives hope, and that hope keeps getting broken. That one hits deeply because disappointment hurts more when hope comes first. And may that and maybe that's what many people are feeling. Not just anger, but emotional exhaustion, tired of promises, tired of speeches, tired of hearing changes coming. When for many people change feels permanently delayed. According to 2025 Afrobarometer survey, a majority of Nigerians said that they believe the country is moving the wrong way. And many also feel that they have no influence on government decision even after voting. So the question becomes, if democracy means majority rule, but the majority feels powerless, what does that mean? The counter argument. But to be fair, we also need to ask another question. Maybe democracy itself is not the enemy. Maybe the problem is how democracy is practiced. Maybe the system is not failing alone. Maybe we are also failing the system because democracy gives citizens tools like voting, free speech, media, public criticism, protest, community organizing, holding leaders accountable. And the hard question is, how often do we use those tools after election? How many people know their local councillor, their representative? How many attend community meetings, track budgets, ask questions about spending, follow policy decisions after campaign season? Sometimes we treat election day like the finish line, but maybe it's only the beginning. Maybe democracy is not something citizens do once every 4 years. Many democracies something people must demand every single day. And maybe that brings us to the deeper truth. Democracy is not magic. Voting is not magic. Changing a president does not automatically change a system. Real change takes more than an election. It takes institutions, accountability, transparency, leadership, citizen pressure, consensus. Without those things, democracy can begin to feel like theater, like ritual, like performance, like a choosing game on a paper without seeing real change in real life. And that's where many people feel stuck, not because they hate democracy, but because they expect democracy to feel more visible in daily life, in food price, in jobs, in healthcare, in roads, in education, in safety, in dignity too. Because that's where democracy becomes real, not in speeches, not in campaign poster, but in everyday life. So, is democracy working for ordinary people? Maybe in some places, yes. Maybe in some places, partly. Maybe in some places, not enough. But one thing is clear, ordinary people want more than election. People want results. People want accountability. People want leaders who listen after winning. People want a future they can actually feel, because democracy should not only be something we vote for, it should be something we experience. And now I want to hear from you, wherever you are listening from: Nigeria, Africa, Europe, North America, anywhere else in the world. Tell me honestly, do you believe democracy is working where you live? Does your vote actually change your life? And if you could change one thing about democracy tomorrow, what would it be? Drop your answer in the comments. I will be reading them, and I may feature some of your response in the next episode. If this conversation made you think, challenged you, or even made you uncomfortable, share it with someone who would have something to say about it, because this conversation is bigger than politics. This is about people. This is about power. This is about hope. This is the Human Experience Podcast. My name is Victor Okoruwa. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Sponsor or advertise on the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. If you own a business brand or service and want to reach our audience here on the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast, we did love to work with you. Whether you want to sponsor an episode or run a direct ad, we have options to fit your goals. To sponsor or advertise on this podcast, please contact us using the following details. Email udoba7@gmail.com, udoba7@gmail.com. WhatsApp us at +2349123551537. Thank you for supporting the show.
Thank you for joining the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. I hope today's story touched your heart, challenged your perspective, or reminded you of the power of our shared human journey. If this episode spoke to you, please subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and join in again next time as we explore more stories that shape the way we see the world. Your host, Victor Okoruwa, and until we meet again, keep living, keep learning, and keep embracing the human experience.